are you? It's Courtney Hall, editor-in-chief of Bella Magazine, and I'm super excited to have a very special guest here today, Barbara Viteri.
Hi, so nice to meet you in person. I'm a huge fan.
I'm a huge fan.
Oh my God, thank you.
Yeah.
That means a lot.
No, you know what? You are in a space right now. Barbara is the founder, editor-in-chief, very similar, because I'm the founder and editor-in-chief of Bella, of Designerlebrity.
Yes.
And I know a lot of you are wondering what that is. So it's beyond fab. And Barbara, what in like a few words, how do you brand your site and what you do differently than anybody else?
Yeah, well, Designerlebrity.com is basically an online platform that spotlights celebrity interior designer news.
Oh my God, that's so major right now.
So it's sort of like your page 6, but we're nicer.
That's good, right?
Yes.
Well, you know what I love about it and about your concept is that I feel that everyone is so in love with these celebrity home shows.
Yes.
And you know what? The people who are even non-celebs doing these shows are becoming celebrities.
They are. They're designer-lebrities.
I mean, yeah.
That's why I coined the phrase. Let's just save the oxygen and just call them designer-lebrities.
Designer-lebrities.
Interior designers.
You know what? I love it though. So that's great. So, I mean, recently I'm like super obsessed. Well, I know everyone is. With Chip and Joanna Gaines.
Yes.
And I know that you had an exclusive on something, so I would love to hear about it.
Yeah, well, you know what? They announced they're having their 5th child, which is really great.
God bless her 5 kids.
Well, listen, they can afford it, so that's a good thing.
Sure,
But mentally, I'm sure there's going to be a support group.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the announcement, you know, Chip, we were the first to share that announcement broke the internet and sort of like the interior design world.
Really?
It was over 1.5 million likes.
Wow.
So this was like really big news. And this is just proof that there's, you know, celebrity interior designers that have impact.
It's so true. I mean, honestly, I never even knew what shiplap was.
Yes.
I mean, honestly though.
It's true. They created a movement.
They really have.
And people aren't going to miss them. You know, they're not going to come back to HGTV. But the word on the curb is, let's just break it down for you, because I'll give you a little bit of the scoop.
Okay.
So basically, of course, they didn't want to renegotiate their contract with HGTV because they're very restrictive.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much, they kind of own you for about a good 5 years.
Oh, okay.
And our sources tells us is that if they ever opted to do other deals, or if they ever, you know, exposure is pretty much currency,
that's
that they would have to get approval, which is really tough. So they kind of want to own their own creative ideas.
Smart though.
So it does make sense. Oh, they're very business savvy. Don't let like the shiplap fool you.
No, but you know what is amazing? What I love about them is that they come across as just like your next door neighbors from down south, and they're just totally chill on the farm.
No, they are business savvy.
When I was Christmas shopping in Target, you
see them everywhere.
I turned to the corner. I was like,
well, here's interesting scoop. Have you noticed that announcement came out after they announced that they're no longer? Yes. This is because you have creative control. And to speed things up a little bit, Script Networks, which owns HGTV, is in negotiations with the Discovery Communications Network. So if they get bought out, this means that they're sort of like free agents. They can come in with a new deal, and now they get to own everything. So I have a feeling we're going to see them back real soon.
Well, I would love that. I would love it. I feel that they have really started a movement, and I think it's been such a beautiful one because their message is so positive.
They are. And you know what? I think we want them back too, because the design is just incredible. So they'll definitely be back once this deal goes through.
It's funny. Actually, some of my friends and I actually have joked that we may just have to move to Waco, Texas just to have them do our homes.
I think, you know, you can throw enough money at them, they may come here.
Exactly.
She does get close. Our sources tells us about $150,000 an hour for her appearance fees.
There is, what?
Yes. I kid you not. Yes. So, enough money. Yeah. All money may be good money for them.
I think I'll be moving to Waco instead. No, I'm just kidding. Yes. That's awesome. So that's Chip and Joanna Gaines, who's absolutely obsessed with them. Next thing I want to know about year of reboots.
Yes.
I know you're on the trend of what's happening in the reboots.
Yes. So last year we had the return of Will and Grace, which has been amazing. We're so excited about that. This year we have Trading Spaces.
Oh my God, I love that show.
It's coming back with a vengeance, and they're bringing the band back together, which is incredible. So you have Genevieve Gorda, Vernip, Paige Davis, Hildy, who's a little bit nutty. She's the one who threw sand all over the living room floor to create a beach thing.
I used to watch that show.
You're going to get totally addicted. So the good thing about that is there is also another show coming right after that called Nate and Jeremiah by Design. And I know, Nate Berkus, you must be watching because you DM me. So don't worry, I'll get the date out there.
No way. Oh my gosh, I love Nate Berkus ever since I used to watch him on Oprah.
Say hi, because he said he'll be watching.
No,
hi, Nate.
absolutely. Hey, Nate. I love his style.
It's incredible.
So tell me, what's going on with Nate?
So you're going to get addicted. You know how we have must-see Thursdays?
Yes.
We're going to have must-see Saturdays on April 7th.
Okay.
So first will be Trading Spaces. We get to watch the whole band come back. But then we have Nate and Jeremiah doing one episode on Trading Spaces.
Okay.
So that's pretty major. So now we're going to have a whole big Designerlebrity crew coming in for your first hour.
Wow.
Then you have to refill on the wine by that point.
Yes.
Because at 10 o'clock, you're going to be able to watch Nate and Jeremiah with their cute little daughter, Poppy, rescue homes and do their thing.
Wow.
So it's
going to be like a family affair?
Yes. It's really great. And then they're also going to really be honest because, you know, quite honestly, we all get sort of like, you know, more than we can chew when we buy a new home and renovate.
That's right.
And then the problem is like we ran out of money. So Nate and Jeremiah solves that problem.
All right, Nate and Jeremiah, that's amazing. So that's definitely a reboot that I'm going to be watching.
Yes.
Is there anything else coming up?
Queer Eye.
Wow.
Now, I don't know if you guys remember, this was a whole big, huge
back
movement.
In the day,
yes, Queer Eye for the Straight Guy.
I'm dating myself. Yes.
No, me too, because I recognize it and I'm talking about it.
Yeah.
So Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, actually Designerlebrity.com was the first to break the news who would be the interior designer on that show, or the Designerlebrity.
Wow.
Bobby Berkus, and that was like back in July.
Okay.
So we did an article, kind of a little cheeky. Tom Felicia was the interior designer on the original cast.
Yeah, that's right.
And so we did an article called By Felicia.
Oh, that's very cute. Okay.
We have Bobby Berkus taking over his place. But what's great about this is that it's a whole new dynamic. That was a groundbreaking show back in its day. Right now, you pretty much have Queer Eye for the queer guy. It's sort of stereotypical that you would have a ready fashion sense or interior design sense.
That's right.
You're going to see a whole new movement where they're pretty much taking care of all the men that need the help.
Well, that's great, though.
Yeah.
That is great. I mean, honestly, I think that all the single ladies out there, there'd be nothing more attractive than walking into like a man's home where it is put together.
Exactly.
I mean, like what? I'd be like, I love you.
And a good fashion sense.
That's
and then
right.
also doesn't look like mom came in the afternoon to pick up after you for the laundry.
I mean, let's hope not.
So I'm excited to have that show come back.
Yeah, I'm so excited. All right. So 18 is going to be a big year on the reboots.
Yes, it's going to be huge. And then we also, you know how we have Fashion Police, or we used to.
Yes.
I really miss that show.
We were just talking about that earlier today. I missed that show too. I know.
Keep it together. But we really need a home decor police because there's this big controversial trend about backward facing books.
I've heard about that. I don't get it. Like, what's the point?
We were pretty much the first to get the word out there. We kind of took a, you know, sort of like a poll. I'm just basically to make you crack up because it's funny. When we did the poll, we have some celebrity interior designers chiming in more than the public. Like there really is like sort of this 50-50. Yeah. So real quick, I'll let you know. Jay Muller Design says, no, you shouldn't be allowed to have books if you do this, which is quite funny. And then on the other side, you have, I do a mixture of both, especially if it's a large book display. It helps with relaxation and formality.
Okay, well, I get that a little bit. I get that a little bit.
And then this one, I think, kind of shut it down. This guy says, if I'm ever invited to your home and see you've turned all your books backwards in some weird bleep decorating move, I will politely excuse myself and then burn your house to the ground.
Okay,
so you can tell this is like a really serious argument.
It's a hot topic right now.
And I brought up some photos from celebrity designer Blanche Garcia. She's doing it really well. So if you have a minimalistic look, if you're looking for a clean look, you could put artwork. It's okay. It's just like when we had Homeless Chic.
Exactly.
The name was wrong.
Exactly.
But the look wasn't so bad.
That's right. No, it's true though.
Yes.
It's true. And
so we can embrace a little bit of the change.
And you know what I like a little bit about that trend is that you are creating art in your space.
Yes.
You know, and it's not the typical library book.
Listen, I'll be the first to admit, when I was an avid book reader, now it's all on my screen. But whatever books I read, in order for me to know the ones that I read, I used to face them backwards.
It's very
And then the ones that I would see the spine is now, okay, I have to get to those.
I've got a lot of those. I've got a lot of I've got to get to, but there's nothing like a good book.
Yes.
So it's great. Okay, so you know what? What is the biggest trend you foresee for 2018?
Oh my goodness. Well, I see an uprise in the celebrity world of design.
Okay.
So we're used to the names like Nate Berkus and Jeff Lewis from Bravo.
Yeah.
Bravo-lebrity, he's a Designerlebrity. But I think we're going to start seeing sort of like round talk panels on what's happening in the world of interior design. And we're really going to see a rise of celebrity interior designers. Sort of, they're writing books, they're creating products for you, they're on new TV shows. So I'm thinking we're fine, well, at least I'm pushing that movement. We're finally going to see them sort of take their place in the industry and become part of pop culture.
But you know what? I think that, on my last note, I think that's so important because I think that in general, people look at, you know, the celebs for their fashion decisions and their beauty decisions. And I feel like my home is my castle. I love it there. But I don't know how to put it together.
Right.
So I think, you know what? I am going to look at all of these people that I love, and I have been for so long.
Absolutely.
And that's how I put it together, and it's been great. So.
And you would want to follow them. They are design celebrities to follow. So you basically you want to be able to have a platform that you can go to. Hopefully you're going to designerlebrity.com.
Well, that's where I'm going. That's where you know it's going to be going.
And you'll get all the fun influence and inspiration. Like again, this whole trend about backward-facing books you wouldn't think was a thing. It's a thing.
It is a thing. All right, good. Well, I'm so excited. You know
my goodness, thank you for having me.
No, it was like so fun, and I feel like we really hit some really fun topics, and I'm going to definitely be logging onto your site all the time.
Wonderful.
And you know, I would love to stay in touch throughout the year and do more of these.
Same here. I love being a friend to the show.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Barbara. It was great to have you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Have a great one.